Hi, welcome. You're here for registration. Okay, no problem. We've been processing a lot of applications lately, just with Valentine's Day coming up and all of that. So, could you let me know your name? And I'll just see if I've already received your packet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me just search our database really quick. Yeah, I see you right here. It looks great. I think I have most of the basic information I need. Like, you've already answered your name, I have your address, what you're looking for. It's all great. And did you submit photos already? Yeah, we just ask to have a few photos on hand, typically at least one sort of up-close face shot, and one that shows your whole body, and one with you with a group of friends or family, and then finally one of you doing an activity you enjoy. Yeah, it can feel pretty particular that we ask for those 4 things like that. Well, the experts do, but it's always because, all the decisions are made here because they produce the best results and the best matches. So, yeah. Okay, so let me just look up the photos you submitted and make sure that they check out. Oh, this one is really nice of you. Yeah, I mean, it looks just like you, but something about your shirt color in the background really highlights your eyes. You look great. Okay, and then the other one, also good. Yeah, what were you doing? Why were you dressed up? Awesome. Well, it's very good. The line of the clothing and the color suits you really well. I mean, I could tell when you walked in that you knew something about the way to dress yourself. And then this one, really good, great smile. And then let me see here. Oh, very cool. How long have you been doing that? Awesome. Okay, let me just make sure they're all saved in the right format. They get really particular here. Yeah. And then I have to, I drop them all into a folder with your name so that we can start doing the matchmaking and all that, and we have everything in order. Should just take 1 second. Hang on. Okay, so we're all set there. And then the final part of this sort of intake process is a love language test that we like to do in person. Yes, I'll be inputting your answers on my computer, but we do like to have the conversation face to face with you. So thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know, have you heard of love languages before? It's something that Oprah talks about. Yeah, I mean, she and many other people. That is correct. So we just find again that this is another really useful way for us to predict good, healthy, love-filled matches. Essentially, with love languages, there are 5, and it's the way that you tend to express your love to another person. So it's really not a big deal, actually, if you're with someone who doesn't have the same love languages, giving and receiving, because you can always accommodate someone if you want to. However, that accommodation does require a little effort, so it can be helpful to ensure with a match that there's at least one love language in common. It just tends to smooth things out and ease things along So it is something that we take into consideration, though it is by no means a deal breaker. It's not going to keep you from being matched with someone who would otherwise suit you very well, but it is a factor we take into consideration. Okay? Okay, so we're going to be identifying which 2 of the 5 love languages are most important to you. People tend to have a main love language and then a secondary love language. So the 5 are words of affirmation, so just encouraging words, compliments, observations, thoughtful letters, things like that. Then we have gifts, self-explanatory really, but it's expressed even better when the gift is thoughtful and really, what's the word I want? Really represents something greater than the gift itself. Say you got a promotion and your significant other got you a gift, like this is a silly example, but like a certain kind of stone that represents something about that stage of your career. And then with your next promotion, say they got you a different colored stone that represents a different, that new stage of your career, right? And so on. That kind of thoughtfulness or not exclusively, but like the use of metaphor, symbols, any kind of meaningful gift, whatever meaningful is for you. Maybe it's just a lot of Gucci. That's cool too. Okay, so gifts. Then we have touch. Again, self-explanatory. But again, as with gifts, as with all these love languages, it's the meaning and the intention behind it. Then we have quality time. So usually that looks like one-on-one time with someone with undivided attention. So, not on your cell phone, having a good conversation, maybe not watching TV unless you're really engaging with the show. It's more about like eye contact, conversation, an activity you can do together, something like that. And then the final one is acts of service. So with acts of service, say your car needs its oil changed, but you've been very busy and you simply don't have time to do it. The person would just get the car's oil changed for you without being asked and without even really asking for a thank you, although acknowledgement is always appreciated, right? So those are, or cooking dinner for someone, absolutely, yeah, that counts. And a final thing I'll note before we get started on the test portion is these also work. We won't be testing this aspect of the love languages, but it's important to note that this also goes in the opposite way. What I mean to say is my love languages, say, are quality time and touch. So those are the things that make me feel closer to someone. But conversely, if misapplied, they can also drastically speed up the rate at which I would pull away from someone. So with quality time, for example, quality time means a lot to me. It really makes me feel connected. However, if when I'm supposed to have quality time with someone I want to connect with, they are on their smartphones, for example, I may feel more hurt than the average person because I'm looking for that connection in that love language and it is not there. Okay, yeah, it's just something important to keep in mind. Or say with words of affirmation, someone who appreciates that love language might be a little more hurt if they are talked to in a tone or if they are insulted verbally. Yeah, it's all just a bunch of tools that you can apply to your relationships, really. Yeah, beyond the matchmaking service itself. Okay, any questions before we get started? No? Okay. So, I am going to put your answers into the computer. Essentially, we will be going through a list of prompts, identifying which of the two is more meaningful to you. Okay? Alright, so you probably like both of these things for each prompt. They're all nice things, but just think of what is more meaningful to you. And if you need to talk it out or provide anecdotal evidence to try to figure out what the answer is for you, feel free to do that. That's why we do this face to face. Okay, are you ready? Alright, so the first one is, someone I love sends me a loving note or text or email for no special reason, or I hug someone I love. Which is more meaningful to you? Hugging someone you love, or when someone you love sends you a loving note or text or email? Okay, great. Yeah, it's not so bad, right? Okay, next. I can spend alone time with someone I love, just us. Or someone I love does something practical to help me out. Which is more meaningful for you? Spending alone time with someone, or when they can do something practical to help you out? Okay? Alright. Someone I love gives me a little gift as a token of our love, or I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time with those I love. Which is more meaningful to you? So a little gift from someone you love, or uninterrupted relaxation time, chilling with someone you love. Okay? Okay, the next one. Someone I love does something unexpected to help me with a project, or I can cuddle with someone I love. Which is more meaningful to you? So someone doing something to help you with a project, like hanging curtains, for example, or cuddling. Okay. Great. Next one. Someone I love puts their arm around me in public, or someone I love surprises me with a gift. Which is more meaningful to you? Like public display of affection that's not too over the top, or a surprise gift? Okay, great. Alright, how are you feeling? Okay, good. Alright, the next one is, I'm around someone I love even if we're not doing anything, or I can hold hands with someone I love. Which is more meaningful to you? Just hanging out or holding hands? Yeah, there's no wrong answer. Okay. Great. Okay, I receive a gift from someone I love. I hear from someone I love that they love me. Which is more meaningful to you? Receiving a gift or hearing the words, I love you? Okay. Alright. I sit close to someone I love, or I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason. Which is more meaningful to you? Yeah, sitting close, having that touch, or getting a compliment. Yeah, they mean the compliment. Okay. Great. Yeah, you may notice a little repetition, but that's just because we're ranking the languages one against the other in different iterations. Okay? So, You're doing really well. I get the chance to hang out with someone I love, or someone I love surprises me with small gifts, which is more meaningful. Hard when they put those two together, yeah. But, okay. Okay, I hear someone I love say, I'm proud of you, or someone I love helps me with a task, which is more meaningful. Okay. Great. Alright. I do something new and fun with someone I love, or I hear supportive words from someone I love, which is more meaningful. Okay. Someone I love does things for me instead of just talking about it, so like putting things into action, or I feel connected to someone I love through a hug, which is more meaningful. Following through or hugging. Okay. Someone I love lovingly shares observations about my habits with me, or someone I love gives me a thoughtful gift after a trip. So they say something like, oh, when you're angry, you do this with your face, or oh, when you're nervous, you say this word. Or when they come back from a trip, they give you a gift, letting you know they were thinking of you on the trip. Sometimes when they're a little hard, I say to think of the opposite. So, like, would you be more put out if someone didn't get you a gift after a trip, or didn't observe your habits? Okay. Great. Okay. I'm able to be around someone I love, or I get a back rub from someone I love, which is more meaningful. Great. Okay. Someone I love acknowledges something I've accomplished, or someone I love does something helpful they don't particularly enjoy, but they know it'll help you out, which is more meaningful. Yeah. Okay. Someone I love shows interest in my interests, or someone I love works on special projects with me, which is more meaningful. Okay. Someone I love listens to me and really understands my feelings, or someone I love compliments my appearance, which is more meaningful. Okay. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Okay. I want to make sure I get all your answers correct. Yeah, just gotta get the good data. Okay. Someone I love offers to do errands for me, or someone I love doesn't check their phone while we're talking to each other, which is more meaningful. Yeah, so again, you can think of it in reverse. Do you care less if they don't do errands for you, or do you care less if they check their phone while you're talking to them? Okay. We're almost there. I look forward to holidays because I like getting gifts from someone I love, or I hear the words, I appreciate you, from someone I love, which is more meaningful. Okay. Okay, 3 more. Someone I love doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking, or someone I love helps me out when I'm stressed, which is more meaningful. Yeah, it helps you out when you're stressed, like you don't have time to do laundry, you don't have time to make dinner, you don't have time to pack your bags for your work trip or something. Okay? Do you know? Okay. someone I love touches my arm to show their care or concern, or someone I love picks up a small gift for me over the course of their normal day. Which is more meaningful? Okay. And last one. I share an activity or hobby with someone I love, or someone I love says something encouraging to me. Which is more meaningful? Okay, great. Okay, so I'm printing out your love language profile right now. And if you just give me a second, I'll get that from the back where the printer is, put it in a folder, and we can go over it together if you like. Yeah, no, it's free of charge. This is all, our matchmaking service is also about, as I said, giving you tools to use in your relationships, whether you find that with us, which, you know, we're great at what we do, so we hope that that's the case, or if you find it out in the world by yourself, we're also always happy when that happens. Yeah, for us, it's just about helping people find their matches. And once they find their matches, then our work is done. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have all the confidence that we will find someone really great for you. I can clearly see that you deserve it. Yeah. And no need to worry or stress. We will take care of the next steps and let you know as soon as things are set up. Okay, well, just give me 1 minute and